read this quote right here from Joel Embiid. I'm going to actually read it off my phone because I couldn't cut and paste it. Here we go. It says, Joel Embiid, my very first scrimmage at Kansas, I got dunked on so hard that I almost quit. Tarek dunked on me so hard that I was looking at plane tickets home. Talking about Tarek Black banging on him. Have you ever seen Tarek Black before? Yeah, I bet that bang hurt. Okay, let's talk about this. It just made me think. Obviously, I always pose the question to you guys in the audience. We'll check the comments. But have you ever wanted to quit? And if you say no, you can now leave the chat. You can now leave the viewing room. You can now leave the world, lying ass. Yes, who hasn't wanted to quit before? I don't care what it is. This could be the most passionate, beautiful, joyful thing in the world. It could be love making. How many guys complain? Man, one of my boys always does. It could be that. He's like, man, just went too long. We just were there too long. And I'm like, damn, dog, you're a little selfish in this moment, right? What about her? It could be that, which we all love, but still you're like, all right, how long are we going to be here, right? It could be that, and it could be something stressful. It could be something strenuous. It could be something as beautiful as playing basketball. Who wouldn't want to play basketball professionally? But at the same time, it is work. It is your job. Let's talk about this. There were 2 times in my life I wanted to quit. The first time was Pop Warner. And I was maybe 12, 13 years old, balling out of control. I ain't gonna lie. I think I'm really, if we put film on film, I don't care who you talking about, I think I'm a top 5 running back all-time Pop Warner level. How Al Bundy of me. How old school, like, oh, look at me, does that sound? But I ain't lying, dog. My film is silly. It's sick. And I've actually played my film for some of my pro teammates in Buffalo and San Diego, et cetera. And they all looked at me the same way y'all looking at me, like, dude, who cares? And yeah, right. And then they watched it. They actually sat down and watched it. And they're like, damn, Wiley, what the hell? It was like, what happened to you? You used to be really good. Like, I was like, forget y'all. So here's the thing. And I was coming home from practice, and I just look outside and see everybody on their big wheels, on their Huffies, on their mongooses, jumping over ramps, just hanging out, then going in the house, playing a little Nintendo, over there playing ColecoVision, Odyssey, and I was just like, I'm coming home to change clothes, to put on pads and a big old helmet bigger than my head and my body, to leave, and I'll be back in 3-4 hours, already beat up, and still got to have dinner and do my homework. I got tired. I wanted to tap. I wanted to quit. And I remember going to my dad. I was like, Dad, I don't want to play football no more. I want to go practice. I don't want to do anything no more. And I remember that day. He said, you don't want to play anymore? I was like, no. I thought he was listening to me like, oh, okay. I was like, no, I don't. I thought he was on my side. He was like, okay, I get it. You don't feel like playing anymore. Let's think through this. All right, here's the deal. You already signed up. So you're going to play this year because it's your commitment. Once you sign up, you actually tell them you're going to play for that team that year. We're going to play this year. After this year, you don't want to play anymore. You come to me after the season and say you want to quit. You're not even quitting. You're just not playing anymore. Fine with me. And my daddy knew, that old man wise. He issued a challenge basically. Finish what you start, and then at the end of it, reassess it. And he knew at the end of the season that my reassessment was going to be, oh, where we signed up for next year, Daddy? I am playing some more football, obviously. And I continue to play all the way through the pro level, as you know. But there was another time in college that I didn't want to quit, but I certainly wanted to alter the commitment. Went to Columbia, right? I had a lot of big school offers. Decided to go to Columbia for the academic reputation, a high safety net, New York City, etc., right? Get there, and I'm balling. First year, MVP. Second year, we got a bad team, but I'm still doing all right. And then I started looking around like no one is noticing me. Not only the NFL level, forget that. That was far-fetched at that time. I'm just like on campus. Like I'm just talking about student body. I'm talking about the girls at the pub. Like nobody gave a damn about me playing Columbia football. I come back home, all my boys go to big schools. They got the full sweatsuit on. They got the shoes that match the sweatsuit, headband, and everywhere we went, girls would even know where they played. Me, Columbia. Where? Columbia. What? Columbia. Where's that? And then one of my boys, he said this in high school, and he kept running that joke like, man, I didn't know you was going to go to South America to go play football. I was like, dog, Columbia's in New York, not South America, ignorant. So anyway, that was my life. So I wanted to tap out. I wanted to alter. I wanted to go to the big school. I was going to transfer to Cal Berkeley. I was going to transfer there. Still had to have a great academic reputation, and I always wanted to go to Cal. And I was like, all right, I'm going through the process, and I'm going through it. And everybody like side-eyeing me. They trying to show me love at Columbia, like, don't leave. But at the same time, they're like, man, he about to tap, damn it. And I went into my godmother's office, Jackie Blackett. And I remember talking to her about the transfer. She kind of played it just like my dad did. And she said, oh, all right, let's go through the process. You make it to the NFL, you go to Cal, great for you. You stay at Columbia, you make it to the NFL. Is that greater for you? But here's the thing, and I was like, that's interesting. She said, forget all that, because you're going to be fine any way you go, right? Here's the thing. Why did you come to Columbia? And I was like, well, I wanted this Ivy League education. I also wanted to play football here and be the big fish in the little pond, but the big pond is really New York City, and this is just the little pond next to it, inside of it, right? And she was like, did you achieve that? Ooh, I was like, oh. I was like, no. She said, is that still in front of you to be achieved? I was like, yeah. She said, so why are you quitting? Oh, I can feel it still like now. She was like, what are you doing? She's like, everything that you want is right in front of you. And that includes going to the NFL. If you stick with it and you go after it. But why are you quitting? Because everywhere you go, there you are. So I go to Cal, imagine that. I'm going to Cal thinking it's about where I am or what's around me. I probably made up some excuses once I got to Cal. Boy, I bunkered in, put them concrete shoes on, said Columbia is for me, and I am Columbia. And as you guys know, because I didn't tap out, because I didn't quit, because I stuck to my commitment, I made my dreams a reality.